That was extremely strange. It just kicked me out. All of a sudden I see the big Apple sign on my screen. Hopefully I still have you. If not, I will be putting this on my YouTube channel later on in part 1 and part 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me switch the screens back for you. All right, so there is our layers. The honey, or the bumblebee, I always want to call it honeybee. Bumblebee, So Saffron, and the Misty Moonlight Designer Series paper. Now we're going to go on to the inside of the card. So we have to decorate this now. Yay! Oh, it's back? Oh, thank goodness. I'm like, what in the world? That was a first. Okay, so we've got our 2 pieces of Designer Series paper that we're going to put inside of our card. We get to show off this beautiful paper. Oh, decisions. Do you want them both the same? Do you want them switched up? I think I'm going to go with the flowered up top. Just to have a little bit of busy up top, because I know there's going to be actually, yes. Nothing like not knowing having too many choices, right? All right, then I'm going to glue this one along the bottom, so this is on the inside of your card. This is the hand pen Designer Series paper. So pretty. Okay, there we go. We've got both those pieces on the inside of the card. You have your outside of the card decorated. Now here comes the fun. Remember this house we did? Well, we're going to put glue carefully onto the little roof of the house. I'm using liquid glue because it is it's strong, and this is going to get lots of wear and tear, this little mechanism. So we want to make sure it's stuck really well. Make sure though that all the glue doesn't squeak out the outsides. So you know what I'm saying. All right, so we're going to flip this over, glue side down. We're going to kind of eyeball as to where it would be in the center. We're lining it up with that score line. So the little point is going to be on the score line. We've got kind of about the same amount on both sides. Give that a little squish. Hold it down for a minute just to make sure it's good and stuck. How's everybody's St. Patrick's Day going? I realized after, I'm like, this is a yellow card. I should have been doing a green card. It has some green in it, right? All right, there's a good squish. Hoping everything's stuck there well. All right, so just like we did on the opposite side, we're going to put some glue on the top side of that roof there. And this time, we are going to close the card right on top of it. Now let's just hold that down for just a second so that we can make sure it's good and stuck. All right, here we go. So when you open this, isn't that cool? So that gives you a little hint of how things are going to open when your person receives this card. They're going to be absolutely wowed. All right, remember this piece? It was the 3x10. It was scored at 2.5, 5, and 7.5. We are just going to do a little bit of full burnishing with our bone folder. So let's fold this right in half. And then let's do each side towards the middle. So flip up each side going to the middle. And this outside goes to the middle. So we're going to make ourselves a little W. All right. All right, so now the fun begins where we add all the little bits and pieces onto our 4 sections here. Oh, decisions. I'm going to put this Misty Moonlight mat. These mats, if you missed, are 2 1/8 by 7 1/8. Now I did a boo-boo and did a little bit smaller, but that's okay. It all works. Nobody knows the original card measurements, and you know what I mean. All right. Put the squares in each section. Now I have to kind of think about this. I think I wanted to put this one on this one. So maybe the 2 ducks. Let's go this one. Yeah. So we'll put the yellow, the So Saffron at the very end. My last Misty Moonlight. So there's lots of pieces to this card, kind of lots of little steps, but you can imagine how amazing, how worth it is. Worth it is. I don't know. You know what I mean. For somebody to get this card, I mean, they're going to be absolutely thrilled. All right, so now we're taking our little pieces that you could have decorated, you could have stamped on, you could have just left as designer series paper, totally up to you, and we're just laying them over top of those little mats. Oh, this duck is so cute. I'm excited to send this card. I made another card earlier with the bunny, so I'm excited to send these cards to my nieces. I think they'll find them pretty cool that you open it up and everything flips out, pops out. All right, last little one. Onto that one little different one that's yellow. So there we go. Got our little bits and pieces. Doesn't it look like he's waddling a little bit just by changing up which foot he's standing on? Who knew, right? All right, so now we get to the final kind of piece where we glue everything together. So what's going to happen is we are going to put glue in this section only, so this half, kind of about up to the card line there. So that is all you're putting glue on. Once again, I'm going to use the liquid glue to make sure this is good and stuck, because like I say, this mechanism is going to be used over and over and over. Okay, we're going to line up the edge so it's over top of our mechanism, and we're going to hold that down for just a second. I see I've got glue on my foil. Lovely, lovely. Chance for an embellishment. Okay, so there we go. You're keeping this piece without glue because that is how it all kind of folds back together. All right, just like we did over here at the top, this time we're going to put glue on the bottom half in this little quadrant right here. So we're doing one at the top and one at the bottom. I don't know if it matters which is which, but just make sure you're staying within that square, not putting it at the top. Make sure. All right, now we're going to line up this piece with that mechanism piece and hold that down there. Okay, I hope we're good and stuck now. So I'm going to try folding. What's happening here? There we go. Okay, now I find it gets a little stuck sometimes, so pull these little pieces and twist to the right. Pull the pieces and twist to the right. Got a good squish. Okay, let's try opening again. Ah, isn't that great? And once again, if it doesn't quite fold, just grab these 3 little panels, and eventually it'll get worn and it'll go where the way it's supposed to go by itself. But until then, just give it. I love it. Isn't that cool? Ah! All right. See, it just gets stuck sometimes, so just pull those 3 pieces and twist. Okay, so we've done so much on the inside that is like, oh, and so we need to kind of match that up with the outside. So I'll show you what I was planning here. I've got another piece. This is from the Poppy set, but it's got that nice yellow, so I want to put that across the top. Just kind of make a little border kind of idea. Getting to play with our designer series paper and really showing it off nicely in this card. So if you are a pattern paper hoarder, this is for you. All right, now here's my little duck. I decided to use the Hippo and Friends dies. I could use those every day, I tell you. And I, once again, just colored the same little duck. This time he's kind of standing on both feet. So he's, just to switch it up just a little bit. There's the grass, and I brush on the Misty Moonlight. I say we should pop this up. Dimensionals, where are you? I think it'll be cute. Oh, new set of dimensionals, whoopsie. There. All right. Of course, I go down the row. Just part of my personality. Some people like to grab from the middle and all over the place. It's not for me. Okay. Let's just lay this over top. Center of that strip of designer series paper. Oh, let me try and turn there. I tend to work at lower than what there. Okay, next thing I did was I used this stamp Happy Easter. I stamped it onto So Saffron and I highlighted it with gold, the gold foil. I think we could pop this up as well. Why not? Can you give me some thumbs up if you have done this card pop and twist card before? I'm thrilled to finally get to do it. All right, and just to add some of those hand-penned flowers and pieces onto the front, I'm just going to glue. I cut some out. I'm just going to glue some down onto here just to tie everything together. Okay, I'm going to need a dimensional right there. And the other ends can have a little bit of glue. Come on. So I need glue on this part. Did I put glue on that part? There. There. And well, of course, we need some, bling. Just a given. Ooh, got the matte decorative dots. I've got some genial gems. The brushed metallics. I think I'm going to use these matte decorative dots. They come in sort of fun yellow colors. Let me get my Take Your Pick tool and just add some little hits of yellow. Aww, so cute. one more. I know you're supposed to use odd numbers, but I think we're done. When I first started stamping, I made a card like this. I was all thumbs. I haven't tried it since. Maybe now my thumbs are more controlled. Oh, I know you. I have faith in you, Donna. You can do this. Totally do this. All right, so there's my little ducky in the Happy Easter. Now, I showed Kevin another version of this. Here, I'll show you the card that I made. I had to make sure I knew how to make this card. And so here's my little bunny. I used some pinks and colored it in brown. And then open. There's my buffalo check. And I've got my little Happy Easter and my little part of a bunny and the little flowers. But Kevin opened it and he said, but where are you supposed to write? Which, I mean, is a very valid point. So I was thinking, I'm going to put a little bit of a layer right here. I don't think it's going to mess with the mechanism. Let's just cut this in half at, what is that, 2 and 5 1/4. Oh boy. You get into the itty bitties. And then, let's see, that'll be 4, so let's just go a little bit smaller. 1/4 smaller. How about like that? That way, I'll have a little room to write to my nieces. I suppose you could put a piece of paper, the cardstock to write on the back as well. But I kind of want it all in the center, right? All right, so once again, if it doesn't quite fold, grab those pieces and twist to the right. So you could put a piece of cardstock there. Now this is really thick, so you likely will have to use a little bit of extra postage, anything over 30 grams. Heads up to the next level, which is $1.30. That gorgeous. Oh, I love it. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with this little guy. Oh, they just make me smile. I'm going to add that little white piece in there. I miss my nieces. They're so far away, 12 hours away. So I love to send them little cards and little gifts every month, just so they remember their auntie out here. All right, there we go. Of course I have to send them, you know, chocolate and candies, because that's what aunties do. All right, grab, turn to the right. And there we go. So I'm curious, which do you like better? The pink, or let's go bunny or duck? Bunny or the duck? What do you say? Comment in the comments. Bunny or the duck? I'm going to start putting some of these little dots away before I lose them. Bunny. You had a glitch in the list and list you for a bit. Lost, yes. Yes, my screen just shut off. And I always have it plugged in so that I know it's going to be, oh, we got to vote for the duck. Vote for both. Cute. I may just go in and add one more little flower cut out here. I think it's off balance. It feels off balance to me. So I think I'm going to try and find a little pink flower and cut it out and just add it in there just to kind of help balance those out. Can't choose duck and you love the bunny. Yeah. So thanks for allowing me to get to play with this Funfold, the pop and twist technique. I think it's amazing, and it's not super hard. It's just a few steps, lots of little bits and pieces, but you can kind of make it whatever you want. So if you give this technique a try, make sure you post a picture by next Wednesday, And you will be in the runnings to win this little ducky. Oh yeah, that means I gotta make another one for my niece. Okay, we will have to figure that out. Means I get to make another one. All right, so yeah, give this a try. If you haven't thought about this in a while, if you've made this card before, like Donna, hopefully you give it another go. And if you've never tried this again, hopefully this is your little spur to give this one a lot of love. Give this one a try. All right, so all of these products that I used today, of course, are from Stampin' Up. And if you want some of these items as part of your repertoire for card making, I would love to help you get them. As I showed before, Easter Friends is the stamp set that I used today. For some reason, the post that I had ready for you yesterday didn't post, so you're going to get two blog posts from me today. The other one was lots of fun to create a neat background, and we get to use some vellum. And this, all the card measurements and the pictures will be on my blog as well this afternoon. All right, tomorrow I have one more idea with this cute stamp set. They're just so cute. I can't wait to show it to you. I made this before with names of people. Ah, well, that's smart. Good idea. Thanks for sharing that, Minnie. That's a great idea. Sure, a family. You could put all their names. You could put all their pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. If they have a family of 4, or if they have less, of course, you can just add a piece of designer series paper for one of them, or Happy Family, or The Family. I don't know. But that's a neat idea. I love it. All right. So if I don't see you before the weekend, I hope you have a great weekend. Next week, we're going to be playing around with another feature of the week. So check back on Monday to see what's going to be up. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I love hearing from you. And thanks to those who shared today. If you haven't already, head over to my YouTube channel, The Artsy Fartsy Gallery, and hit that subscribe button and the bell. I'm trying to hit 1,000 likes so that I can do some lives over there in hopes that it's not so laggy. All right, so thanks for doing that for me. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking, and I will see you back another time. Bye, everyone.